reportedly condemned America as a nation of evil in an online manifesto prior to opening fire at a U.S. naval base, killing 3 people before being shot dead by police. Take a look. The shooting, which took place in a classroom building at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Florida, left 8 others wounded, including 2 sheriff's deputies who responded to the attack. Authorities identified him as Mohammed al-Shamrani. He was attending the aviation school at the base, one of hundreds of international military members who are receiving training there. Armed with a semi-automatic handgun with an extended magazine, the shooter opened fire in a classroom building on Friday morning. Now, he was apparently firing at random and at one point was slowed when somebody barricaded the door, allowing others to flee out of the building. The attack left 4 people dead, including the assailant, and multiple people wounded. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said the shooter was from Saudi Arabia, the same nationality as 15 of the 19 men involved in the 9/11 attack, some of whom attended civilian flight school in Florida.
I think there's obviously going to be a lot of questions about, this individual being a foreign national, being a part of the Saudi Air Force, and then to be here training on our soil to do this. And the FBI is working with DOD, they're working with FDLE, they're working with the Escambia County Sheriffs to answer those questions. One of the things that I talked to the President about is, given that this was a foreign national in the employ of a foreign service, and there'll be time to do this, but obviously the government of Saudi Arabia needs to make things better for these victims, and I think that they're going to owe a debt here, given that this is one of their individuals.
At approximately 6:51 this morning, the call went out to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office Central Dispatch that there was an active shooter on Naval Air Station Pensacola.
There are 4 people right now deceased. 1 is the shooter, and there are 8 people currently at Baptist Hospital. 1 of them have deceased, and then there are 3 remain at the crime scene. So it was a total of 11 people, 4 of which have deceased. 1 of those 4 is the active shooter.
I know you're not able to say that much about the shooter, but did he have business being on the base?
I don't even want to. I don't want to say. I'm sorry.
Our community is secure at this time. We have no reason to believe, or are we looking for any additional shooters within Escambia County, not just within the parameters of NAS Pensacola.
The site intelligence group, which monitors jihadist media, identified him as Mohammed al-Shamrani, saying he had posted a short manifesto on Twitter that read, "I'm against evil, and America as a whole has turned into a nation of evil. I'm not against you for just being American. I don't hate you because your freedoms. I hate you because every day you're supporting, funding, and committing crimes, not only against Muslims, but also humanity," he wrote. Now, ABC News reported that investigators were working to determine if it was in fact written by the shooter. Al-Shamrani began his training in August of 2017, and it was scheduled to last until August of 2020. His program included English language training, basic aviation, and initial pilot training. Saudi Arabia's King Salman telephoned U.S. President Donald Trump to denounce the shooting.
King Salman of Saudi Arabia just called to express his sincere condolences and give his sympathies to the families and friends of the warriors who were killed and wounded in the attack that took place just recently, just this morning, in Pensacola, Florida. The king said that the Saudi people are greatly angered by the barbaric actions of the shooter, and that this person in no way, shape, or form represents the feelings of the Saudi people who love the American people so much. I can tell you it's a horrible thing that took place, and we're getting to the bottom of it. All of the investigators are there now, and they're studying it very closely. And terrible thing, and our condolences go to the families and to everybody involved, including the wounded. We have some badly wounded people also.
The Pensacola Naval Air Station hosts 16,000 military personnel and more than 7,000 civilians, and is home to a flight demonstration squadron. It's an early training center for naval pilots and is known as the cradle of naval aviation. The base is the center for the U.S. Navy Foreign Military Training Programs, established in 1985 specifically for Saudi students before being expanded to other nationalities. While mass shootings in the United States are common, they are rare at military facilities.